I hope you're ready to go to Venice.
Let's go. Holiday trips.
Whoa. Traveling music.
Europe. Road trip. Whoa.
Just like in the movie.
So,
You go to Venice. Spoilers.
what happened in the last one? I forgot.
We had to go to Venice. And now we're in Venice with some awful, repetitive Venice music. This is actually what it sounds like in Venice. I've been to Venice. It was exactly like this.
Everybody in the streets just play this music.
It was very blocky. This is the introduction of a new character. I've forgotten her name. The lady.
We're looking for his father, right?
You know, you've seen the movie, you guys.
We're looking for Sean Connery.
I'm going to presume in this Let's Play that all of you have seen this movie. That's the presumption. We're kind of looking at this from this perspective. Oh, Schneider. I wonder if she's German. I'm doing this Let's Play from the perspective of someone looking at it in comparison to the film.
Right.
I probably should have said that in the first update, but... So Marcus buggers off.
Okay.
And you get Schneider, who we're just hitting on.
So we're looking for Sean Connery.
Yep, in the library. You remember this scene?
No.
X marks the spot?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
I was thinking about Uncharted anyway.
It looks like a church. This section is very monotonous.
Is this where he digs up the gravestone, the floor stone?
Yes, with the thing. One thing I would like to point out that irks me somewhat is that the librarian is making a very loud banging noise whenever he hits the book.
He's breakdancing.
I never noticed that before, but it does look like that, yes. But in the film, he only thought that he was making a loud noise when Indy was hitting the floor, and it just happened to coincide with him snapping the book.
Yeah.
But in this, he is literally banging the books.
He's destroying books.
And just paying no attention to you because he's so enraptured. So this library is set out basically like this, and then the next... Oh, I just went outside and looked at the phone. Just in case you didn't get enough of the thing. But the library is basically circular shaped.
Yeah.
And it has 6 repeating rooms, basically.
Yeah.
One of which is like a column of books. There's actually 2 columns of books set out, as you can see. You can go to any column. And there's also 6 plaques, each with a different quote-unquote funny thing. So I went and I read them all.
Donated by Giorgio Lucarius, eh?
There's kind of references to like history and LucasArts because the two go hand in hand.
Is this LucasArts' attempt to rewrite history to put them at the center of everything?
Essentially.
Oh. Dedicated in honor of Count Spielbergian.
Yeah. Some of them are pretty bad. Some of them I didn't really get.
It's the classic game designing from the 90s.
You see, if you want to get these items that I was talking about the last time, the Pixel Hunt ones, you need to collect free books. They're free optional books you can collect in this library.
Mm-hmm.
But to do so, you need to basically examine every column of every row of books to find the odd one out, because usually each row, all of the columns say the same thing.
Right.
But if one says something different, then that contains like a book that you can pick up. But only one of them is a book.
So you have to click on everything and read them?
You have to, basically, to make sure you get them, you have to click on each row.
Oh,
so
right,
so there's four columns, and there's 2 rows per thing. So we just went back and into the back row, whereas previously we were on the front row.
Okay.
And then you get to this screen, and then it just basically just repeats until you get around to the beginning.
Right.
But unlike in the film where it's just a big X, there's an actual puzzle to figure out. And I actually really messed up this puzzle when I'm doing it, which you may or may not notice. It's just my excuse to show off all aspects of the game. Now, if you open the Grail diary, it shows you this. In the top right there is a picture of a stained glass thing, and only one of them matches that exactly. I had some personal confusion between what the darkened one meant. Like, was that red or was it blue?
Yeah.
So that confused me eventually. But you can see that one's got like a sword above the shield, but the one we want has like a grail above the shield. And it depends. It's random. Like,
So how do you... So is it like a different stained glass in each corner of the room or something?
Yeah, and it's not the same on every playthrough.
Oh, right.
And these columns have different Roman numerals, which I'll explain when it comes to it. Because unlike there just being one big Roman numeral X for 10 in the film, there's 6 of these, and there's 9 in each of these, so there's 9 times 6 possible places that you can excavate, and I think you get a game over if you get the wrong one.
If you try too hard, he, instead of like breaking it, he uses his head and smashes it into it and just gives up. That's
the DLC. So this is a little bit tedious. I probably should sped this up.
I hate snakes. Indiana Jones.
There's a reference.
All these books about snakes.
All of the books in this row are about snakes.
It's all Metal Gear fan fiction.
All the books in this row are about snakes.
He's being haunted.
I wanted to make sure I didn't miss any of these books, though. Okay.
Why is he just hanging out in the snake section anyway? You'd think he'd have like better smarts than just hang out in snake books.
This massive library in Venice has a whole section dedicated just to snakes. Of its 6 categories, one of them is snakes. If you look here, that angel's facing the wrong way, for instance. You see at the back.
Oh, yeah.
In the one we want, they're facing inwards.
Ah.
But apart from that, the thing above the shield is the same.
So are you meant to be looking for the right stained glass? Is that the only thing you're looking for right now?
Yeah, so there's another element to the puzzle too, which I messed up.
Honk H marks. So are the books relevant or not?
Not until a bit. One of them will be useful in the next update, and then the other ones don't really come into play until a bit later.
Okay.
But some of them, they're pretty actually self-explanatory, the book names.
Mm.
I didn't get this one. I think it might be a reference to like a LucasArts game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not that good at games. I only really play this Indiana Jones game, Sam and Max, and Monkey Island. You play Monkey Island, but you only have 0.2 hours logged on it. So
I played it for 20 minutes and then realized I didn't like adventure games. I'm sorry.
That's what Hannah did.
Is this just a library full of fascist propaganda now?
Yeah.
The library sections are snakes, fascist propaganda, and references.
Check this out. I got confused at this section because usually both rows, the front and the back, are the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, fascist propaganda. Here's a spoiler for you. One of the books we're looking for is Mein Kampf. So I was like, clearly this is where Mein Kampf is. I thought that I had got confused and that it was a whole row where it could be.
Right. Instead
of just a column. So what I did here was I saved saying intense book searching, and I went on a hunt to find the single book. Despite it not even being on the screen. So it's sped up, but look.
Oh my, whoa. This is an intense pixel hunt.
I put that cursor over every single flipping book, just in case. You have to select what is, and then if one of them says book instead of books, then that's your baby.
Oh. What is books?
He's
a professor, but doesn't have a grasp on the English language.
What is books? Book, not treasure.
What is next room? It's just like Jeopardy. Someone's asking him questions, and he's like, "What is books? What is next room? What?"
So I figured out at this point that I'd clearly got it wrong.
Oh, right.
Or did I?
That's the secret of the Mein Kampf. It makes you think you're wrong.
I gave it another quick once over, I think, and then I buggered off. I thought, no.
You really want to read that fascist propaganda? Have you got something to tell me?
This might be interesting if I wasn't in a hurry. What is it? Never find out.
Well, he's in a hurry, man.
You never find out what the section is.
He's in a hurry, but he searched for half an hour for Mein Kampf.
Maybe it's like self-help books, like how to get places.
He could have went to any other shop and just bought Mein Kampf. Maybe, I don't know if
that's not how adventure
games work.
Mein Kampf? Not in the wartime.
Any adventure game now, you could just go online and search for a book. You could instantly get it. there'd be no need for all this pixel hunting.
Oh, I just found one here.
Oh,
I think it was like biographies or something like that. Biographies of. So one of these, I think, you can see. I found the book. I'm trying to pick up book. Oh no, this is maps, Secrets of the Roman Catacombs. I wonder when this will come in handy. You've seen the film, right?
no. I literally can't remember any of that film. The film's a mystery to me.
I'm giving myself a message from the past to the future.
So are these save games?
Yeah.
Are you giving yourself... these are some catchy save names.
One book down, there to go. Just in case you don't know what I'm doing.
So do you get IQ points with these books?
Later on, if you use them.
Okay.
You don't get them for finding them now.
So you could finish the game like without doing any of this, but you'd get a bad score.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, but you would be encouraged to replay the game and try and find these hidden secrets, hidden treasure, like secrets like treasure, and you're playing as Indiana Jones, and then that kind of breaks down the barrier between Indiana and you, because if you are searching for secrets that are like treasure, then that makes you like Indiana, so really it makes the game more intense. You know?
Do you get like unlockables for the indie points?
There's a new Lara Croft costume, yes.
It uses Uplay.
You have to play as Indiana, and then you have to go to his manor house, and then you have to backflip into the pool a certain number of times. Then start the game. Then you have to backflip all the way down the slope at the beginning of the game, and then he gets naked.
Do you get bonus points if you...
I read it on Game Facts, okay?
Indisputable.
The guy who told me his dad works at PlayStation.com.
Oh, so is this the right window now?
I believe so. I actually forgotten which one it is because of the whole blue-red confusion. Which I don't know if this is me. I'm actually colorblind, so I'm not really. Trigger warning for colorblind people.
He who lives by the book dies.
Trigger warning
dead.
for deaf people. I didn't mean to offend you.
Oh, did El Borgia get burned or something?
Yes, I think so.
Because it just said great section.
No, I don't. No, they ate a lot. Some of these are.
Wow, these are some bad.
Some of them are a bit forced.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah, because this was someone's job to write all these.
Do you think Ron Gilbert were just sitting in a room slaving away like
2 days before shipping?
Some.
It was like shit. No one put anything here yet. He was like, I gotta get my Gilbert on.
They wanted to fill in the educational book
because Tim Schafer wasn't like helping them out yet, so they had no one to write witty dialogue for them. So Ron Gilbert just had to make do with a history book and a bucket of cheese.
Tim Schafer actually redid this game. He took the code and just did it himself, but he changed everything to like a heavy metal reference.
And that's how Psychonauts was made.
Exactly.
Indiana Jones, according to Tim Schafer.
So how many books do you have? 2. 1.
Just one.
It's a lot of books, man.
Yeah, this is a bit tiresome, this level. I kind of apologize for that, but it is just a tiresome section. I promise it picks up. Just you gotta stick with it. Gotta get those books, man. You gotta collect them all.
What are the books that his father made him read when he was a boy?
Complete Works of Famous Dictators. Apparently. One of which was Mein Kampf. But which one?
What is book? Come on, what is book? What is book?
That has disappeared for a second.
That was a good one. Look, it's on the side. That's helpful.
Yeah.
Why aren't they all like that?
I think I had some trouble with the next one. You'll be thrilled.
Brilliant.
Thrilled to know.
Loving the pace.
Oh, it's so intense. I do like how they captured the action paciness of the Adventures movie.
Remember that scene?
Encapsulated it into adventure game.
Remember that scene in the movie where he's in the library for an hour looking for books?
It's like Telltale's The Walking Dead. It's just action and fast-paced adventure game storytelling. But no, I do seriously love LucasArts adventure games, and I do not mean to insult them in any way.
They hate you right now.
But this section, guys, it's because all this is optional. That's my excuse.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you could do that, or you could just go find the place straight away and just go.
I guess if you're playing any of the game and finding every pickup.
I am being pretty meticulous. That would be the word I would use. Oh gosh. Whenever I open the load menu, like the save games aren't there until you click save, and every time I'm like, oh gosh, all my saves are
terrifying.
Ah, it's like Final Fantasy IV all over again.
Did you get a tragedy?
Yeah. Those PlayStation 1 memory cards were feeble.
I like how you saved after every book just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case that like corrupted. You're like, no.
Go get the last book.
Couldn't you literally just ask the librarian for where the book is?
No, he won't talk to you because he's too busy stamping ridiculously loudly. Which it doesn't. It's not canon.
His job is to.
It's not canon.
Help people explore the world of books. He's just stamping. Get a stamper to do that.
I hope you guys are getting kicks out of reading all of these. That you watchers that are watching this Let's Play. I hope you're getting a kick out of these texts on Plex because it took me ages and my sanity. I played through this level twice, you know.
Wow.
I wanted to do like a refresher before I recorded it, and then this pack intentionally left blank.
But it has writing on it. Ron, you slipped up. You slipped up, Ron.
How hard to read it? Does this have that or would not?
Yeah, I like how they put effort into every other single plank, but then like one or two they were just like, there's nothing here.
These books aren't very interesting. Well, at least we're on the same page. It's like a book joke and also making fun of
you need to leave.
We're back at the beginning again. Because the last book is like the last like column I check.
Right.
Amidst the non-interesting books is one book that is very interesting to us because of the optional sequence that it allows us to do. How-to book. Or if you can guess which part of the movie / game it will come in handy when you see what it is when I pick it up, when I find the solitary book. It's intense. It's there somewhere.
I'm on the edge of my seat. Go.
Oh, is it that book? No, it's down there. Seriously, it took me a long time to find this book. Where is it? You saw me, I just went all over there. Come on.
Is it like How to Be Stealthy? That would be a good name for a book you can't find.
Come on, book. You're there somewhere. Come on, book. Shh. It's one of those tiny little
there it is.
green
You had
ones.
it. Oh, you got it.
No, Indy. Don't pick up all of the books. Just pick up that one.
How does a world-class like adventurer not be able to pick up like one book? He goes into tombs and finds ancient treasures, and he can't find a single book.
It is annoying how this one is like a small green one.
Yes.
How to fly a biplane.
Is this for the biplane section?
Yes.
What happens if you don't have the book?
There's a different way.
Oh, I thought you might just get in and crash, and you're done.
Instant game over.
You have to restart the game.
This isn't a Sierra game. Books get. Now it's time to do some puzzling. You ready to figure out some puzzles badly? Because
okay.
I completely got my head in a twist.
Okay, so what's the puzzle? You have to find this stained glass window, and then you have to
I'll explain when I. Oh wait, first we need to find the metal post first, which was actually in the first room, but I didn't pick it up at that time, and I didn't realize where it was at this point. Yeah, this is kind of. Wait for it. This is exciting.
I'm pumped. I gotta be honest.
He's getting a good workout at least.
He's a Tomb Raider.
He's not really a tomb raider. He's more of a treasure getter.
Same thing.
Yeah, Tomb Raider does backflips.
Don't know.
Tomb Raider, like that's a name. So you have to take out the rope before you can actually get the metal post.
Do you have to specifically get the middle one?
Yeah, when they pick up the other ones. Look, I was trying, but
Does Indy just hate asymmetry?
yep.
Oh, here we go.
I was just investigating that one. It's not that one at all.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the other side, but luckily I remembered it's circular this time, so I just go all the way around. It's one of the two last ones. I think it's like the penultimate one if you're going around clockwise, if you are able to figure that out with your mental imagery. So I think it's not this one, but the one after. If you would enter, follow the second on the right, and that's not always the same.
Okay.
It's different depending on... So I got confused here in my head. What you meant to do is the columns on the left and right there with the lines on them, if you read those, it gives you a list of Roman numerals.
Right.
So the second on the right would be the second Roman numeral. But I got confused in my head and I thought it was like the right column of Roman numerals. So the second one like down.
Yeah.
So I went for the 6. And I don't even think this is the right one, so... Oh, and for some reason a Nazi shows up because he heard you banging. Follows you there. Yeah, that's not right at all.
So what happens now? There's just a hole in the floor.
Yeah. Well, check out what happens. Naturally, you've got to get out.
Is that a skeleton there?
Yeah.
There's just skeletons under the library.
It's in Venice.
Oh, that doesn't help.
You get arrested by a Nazi and chucked out. And I don't know if you can get back in. Really, I've never actually played on from there. Oh.
Well,
I load my second chances file, which has mysteriously appeared due to editing. And I actually figure it out properly.
well done. There must be some kind of like back entrance if you do get kicked out.
Yeah, I probably should have shown that off, but I don't know. I just assumed it was wrong. I was very frustrated with myself for getting it wrong. So it's actually the number 8, except this isn't the correct one. I guess. Or is it? No, it's not.
So how do you figure out?
Well, you see, the confusion here was derived primarily because I figured out how to do it, but I wasn't sure which of these two stained glass ones it was because of the whole blue-red thing. That I
Right.
out. But I just kind of thought that the red was the darker one, even though it's kind of ambiguous.
So when it says second on the right, does that mean right pillar, second
numeral. So in this case, it's the number 3. So you gotta hit the 3 there.
Okay.
Any second now. What am I doing? Oh. That's confusing. You see, I was having some doubts here. There we go. 2, 3, 9.
More like ignorant Jones.
Yes. So the correct one is number 3.
Okay. So he smashes it
Gotta
open.
use the metal post. Gotta use the metal post.
You should hit it with the maps and just see what happens.
Well, the maps do come in handy in a second.
Forewarning.
Alright.
Is that just dust or is that bats?
Yeah. Nazi still shows up though.
Well, those Nazis are sneaky fellows.
I don't even know what one is doing there. I don't know.
Whoa!
Whoa! Catacombs level. Whoa! Crazy. 25 IQ points now.
Congrats.
Join us next time on IQ Jones.
Adventures.
What witty name is it? Underground Shenanigans.
So it's the name of my band. We mainly play in subway stations.